Progress in Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russia has been slow, with President Zelensky admitting last week it's slower than expected, but insisting his forces are making gains on the eastern and southern fronts, and it's in the early stages. This as President Biden is preparing to travel to Europe next week for a stop in London first, and then the annual NATO summit this year in Lithuania. Top of the agenda is dealing with Sweden's entry into the defense alliance, blocked by Turkey and Hungary, but also Ukraine's request for a promise that it can join NATO after the war is over. Joining me now is former U.S. Ambassador to Russia, Michael McFaul, and retired Lieutenant General Steph Twitty, former Deputy Commander of U.S. European Command. So, Lieutenant General Twitty, how do you judge the counteroffensive at this stage? We've seen some small victories, but they acknowledge it's been slow going.
Yeah, Andrea, good to be with you again. It has been slow going, but we must understand this is war. And as you look at the south portion of Ukraine, the Russians are dug in. They have 600 miles of defensive belts. That's trenches, that's bunkers, that's mine wire obstacles. And then that's backed up by a pretty significant defense by the Russians. And so it's going to take a while for the Ukrainians to break through. And what they're really hitting at this point in time is the reconnaissance efforts from the Russians, and they're breaking into the first line defensive belt, pretty much the minefield area. And so it's going to take a while. It's going to be slow, but I wouldn't measure this success in days. I think you're talking about months, perhaps years, before they're actually able to make some significant gains here and accomplish the objectives that President Zelensky has said he wants to accomplish.
And Ambassador McFaul, a NATO military officer, is saying today that we should never underestimate Russia's ability to bounce back. So, from your judgment, you're such an expert on Vladimir Putin, having faced off against him so many times when you were ambassador there. How do you assess his ability to bounce back after, the aborted coup or uprising last weekend and the loss of the Wagner Group as a superb fighting force, brutal fighting force, we should add?
Well, Putin's much weaker today than he was a week ago. A division among your armies when they're threatening to fight each other, armed forces that report to you, that's never a good sign. But we shouldn't overestimate how divided and damaged Putin is. He's in charge. I don't see any new threat to him. That most certainly there won't be a popular uprising against him because he's put all the leaders of the democratic forces, in jail. So he will be able to endure this immediate crisis. And remember, Andrea, we've talked about it many, many times. I want to just underscore again, he is playing for time. He thinks that if he can just hold on, fight to a stalemate in Ukraine for the next couple of years, we in the West will lose interest. We will have divides within our countries and say, why are we spending all this money there? And that's when he will be able to win in the long run. And that is the game that he is playing for now.
And Lieutenant General Twitty, what do you want to see coming out of this NATO summit? The Swedish Prime Minister is coming this week to see the president, obviously blocked by Hungary and Turkey. Well, Finland got in, Sweden did not. They totally qualify according to all other metrics, other than Turkey's opposition, of course, to Sweden's domestic immigration policies.
Yeah, I think on top of the agenda will be Sweden getting into NATO. And of course, you just mentioned it, Turkey as well as Hungary. They are opposed, and hopefully we can make some gains here, but I doubt that you will see Sweden automatically going in after this summit here. And then the second piece will be obviously the long-term support for Ukraine. I think most in the West thought that the Ukrainians would have made more headway here with this counteroffensive. And I think they need to be prepared, as the ambassador just talked about, is the long term here. If you really think about it, we have about 3 more months and it'll start to get winter in Ukraine. So some progress will have to be made by the Ukrainians. But I wouldn't look for long-term victory where Crimea is seized, maybe a cut in a land bridge, if that.
And Ambassador McFaul, the Wall Street Journal, which of course has great access to the Gershkovich's family, Evan is of course still in detention. His appeal was lost, but they're reporting that Ambassador Tracy, our U.S. ambassador to Russia, one of your successors, was granted access to him today, the second such visit since he was detained in March on those false charges of spying. So how promising is that? I mean, consular visits are supposed to be regularly agreed to, and they have blocked them until now.
Well, that's right. We've had troubles just in the basic ways that we engage with wrongfully detained Americans. And so this is a good sign. And it's a good sign that the ambassador herself is doing this. I think that sends a signal for how serious the United States government takes this wrongfully detained person, Mr. Gershkovich. That said, I haven't seen any signs that there's a deal in the making. We've done it in the past, and we've done deals before, and they've been the right deals in my mind. So I hope that the administration is finding a way to get him out. But there's nothing in the public domain in this story that has changed that I know of.